My patient faked blindness for 3 years to collect disability. The way I caught him still haunts me. As an ophthalmologist for 15 years, I've seen my share of unusual cases, but nothing compares to Michael. He came to my practice after moving to our city with extensive medical records documenting irreversible cortical blindness following a car accident 3 years prior. His case was compelling medical records from 3 different specialists, consistent test results, and a perfect performance during examinations. When testing vision in patients who claim blindness, we have several methods to catch fakers. We'll drop objects to see if they flinch, change the environment to observe if they navigate differently, or monitor pupillary responses to light. Michael passed every test. His pupils dilated appropriately in darkness and constricted with light. He used a white cane expertly. He never flinched when objects fell near him. He had mastered reading Braille. His disability benefits provided him with a comfortable living, and he'd become something of an inspirational figure in the local community, giving talks about living in darkness. I had no reason to doubt his condition until a chance encounter 6 months after he became my patient. I was at a movie theater with my daughter 2 towns over from my practice. It was a late showing of the foreign film with Bates. As the lights dimmed, I noticed a familiar profile 4 rows ahead, Michael without his dark glasses, without his cane, completely engrossed in the subtitled movie. My first thought wasn't anger but disbelief. How had he maintained this deception through dozens of clinical tests? How had he trained his pupils to respond naturally to light? How had he never slipped up during countless examinations? Rather than confronting him immediately, I documented everything at his next appointment. I didn't let on what I knew. Instead, I told him about an exciting new experimental treatment for cortical blindness that was showing promise. His interest was immediate. The only issue, I explained, is that candidates need to undergo a specialized brain scan while viewing specific images. The machine can detect even the faintest neural response to visual stimuli, even if the patient isn't consciously aware of seeing the color drain from his face. I don't think I'm interested in experimental treatments, he stammered. That's odd, I replied calmly. The foreign film you watched last Friday seemed to interest you greatly, Kapla's decided. The silence that followed was deafening. He broke down completely. He'd been in a minor accident years ago and initially exaggerated symptoms for a few weeks of disability. When he realized how much easier life was with benefits and lowered expectations, weeks turned into months, then years. What haunts me isn't the fraud, it's the dedication. He learned Braille. He trained his pupillary responses through meditation techniques. He never broke character for 3 years. The human capacity for deception is remarkable, but even more remarkable is what people will sacrifice for it. Michael lost his benefits, faced fraud charges, and had to repay thousands. But he also sacrificed 3 years of actually seeing the world around him, all to avoid living in it. Sometimes the most convincing lie isn't the one you tell others, it's the one you commit to living every single day.